Yeah, man. What's up, everybody? I appreciate you coming back to Sports State of Mind. If this is your first time on the podcast, thank you for coming on. Um, so the episode that myself and Tebow recorded, of course, the retirement of Tom Brady wanted to happen after we recorded. So it was only right for me to give a special congratulations to Tom Brady for having a magnificent career. I was able to actually have him on my team. As you see right now, I'm wearing Tampa Bay Buccaneers Super Bowl jersey, and we were able to get our Super Bowl. And even before then, he was already considered the GOAT. But just want to big up Tom Brady for having a magnificent career. And let's get to this episode. Yeah, man. What's up, man? This is your boy Snipes KB here with the one and only Tebow. What's good, man?
Going on, man? Big week coming up. Had a crazy week in football just
Yeah,
now.
crazy weekend. Of course, welcome to our YouTube page. To follow us, you have all the information here on the bottom of the screen. If you're listening to this podcast on audio, you know where to find us from the previous episodes. So let's go right into this. Tebow, I'm sorry. Let's try to name we're gonna try something different. Thanks to Tebow, we're coming up with this idea. We're gonna name at least some random athletes that people just forgot about just in this world of sports. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go ahead first.
Shoot. First one, I got Landry Fields, played for the New
Oh
York
shit.
Knicks. I think he's the executive for the Raptors. I think he's in
Raptors or the
not the
or
Raptors.
the or the Hawks? Is
Hawks,
it the
Hawks,
Hawks?
Hawks. He's an executive
Yeah.
for the Hawks. Sniper in 2K. I was it 2K11. I remember when Melo got traded. Melo, Chauncey, all them got traded to New York. Sniper. Um, who else?
Chico.
Bruh, I swear, the Knicks. That's when people you didn't know who somebody was going to use in the UK. Nowadays they using same basic teams. Back then,
Yeah, yeah.
who else? I got Peyton Hillis. A lot of y'all, that
Oh
man
wow.
had a miraculous year, graced the cover, Madden, and that was never heard from again. But much prayers to him. I think he saved his son. He saved his children from drowning, and then I know he was in like the
Yeah.
I want to say like ICU or something like that. I'm not sure exactly, but prayers to him. Glad he's doing good. Um, but yeah, Peyton Hillis played for the Cleveland Browns that year. Cleveland and New York. Those are the teams I remember him with. And then
He played
who? Yeah, who
he
else?
played for my Bucks
He
too.
did. Okay.
Yeah, it was short lived.
And then I got two more. I got Keith Bogans. He was on that
Oh
Bulls
wow.
team. The Bulls team that went to that
Yeah.
Eastern Conference Finals versus the Miami Heat that year. Was it the
Uh,
Eastern Conference Finals?
yeah, probably
Yeah.
probably second round. Didn't he go to Magruder too? Isn't he from Moco, something like that? Or maybe I'm just
Oh,
talking on my end.
I'm not sure. Let's look that up. That'd be tough though.
Yeah. So as you are looking at, do you have anyone else?
Yeah, I got one. Oh, he's from Washington D.C. Oh, he went to
Uh,
DeMatha High School. So
the
he's
math.
right.
Okay. I was
He's
all
he's
wrong.
from around here
Okay.
though. Keith Bogans. He also came to the Celtics after we traded Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce to the Nets. He was in that trade. And then my last one, Leonard Hankerson, wide receiver from Miami
Wow.
University. I remember he came to the
Yeah, he's
skin.
all the
Came to the skins. I thought he was gonna be like that. Just didn't pan out, but that's probably more of that's probably
shit.
more of us than him. So, but that's my
So
list
you
right
want to
there.
talk? So you want to talk about players who didn't pan out? Ron Mercer,
Mm.
J. Cole, you know, he what he said in one of his lines. He said, "Please don't let my career disappear like Ron Mercer." I heard that shit the other day on what song was that? Where you going, nigga? I
Um,
was listening to that the other day. Why can I not remember that song? Anyway, I think it's on the come up. I think it's on the come up album, mixtape. Brandon Roy, you talking about a 2K sniper, his mid range, it was crazy.
dog.
Brandon Roy, I mean, it just sucks that injuries played a factor for him to end his career pretty early. Another sniper played for my Bulls, Ben Gordon.
Mm.
That motherfucker right there, like they was,
He was tough against us. That
yeah, he
that
was.
that playoff series against y'all, '09,
Oh
Game Seven, that
yeah,
seven game series.
baby Bulls at that time.
Hmm.
So let's go ahead to this football as well. I have some players. I have this guy also went to the Mather High School from PG County, Brian Westbrook. There was a moment of time when he was a fantasy football killer when it came down to running backs getting everything. This guy as well, Namdi Asamoah. He was that shit when he was with, with the Raiders. Then he was the shit, some shit when he played for the Eagles. Percy Harvin. I know everyone remembers Percy Harvin when he played for the Kansas City Chiefs. And at the same time, he started his career with the Baltimore Ravens. After Priest Holmes, there was a running back by the he was not Grandmama, but it was Larry Johnson. He also played for your Commanders too, but there was a moment in time when he was killing the league with touchdowns. Those are all the random athletes. Shout out to all of them too, as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's only right.
Real quick,
Yeah,
you said Percy
go
Harvin.
ahead.
Percy Harvin. He was on the Ravens.
No, no, no. I'm sorry. Priest
Priest
Holmes. Priest
Holmes. Okay.
Holmes. My bad. Priest Holmes. My bad. Priest Holmes was on the Ravens, then with the Kansas City Chiefs,
Yeah.
was the running back before Larry Johnson. Thank you. Thank you
For
for the
sure. For
correction.
sure.
Percy Harvin was a dog too.
Was he? Was he?
He was a dog too.
But yeah, all right, man. Let's move on to these sports headlines. Yesterday, the league let the teams know that the new salary cap this year is 224.8 million. That's the league record
Mm.
now. I know my Commanders. We are number 16 in total cap space at 6 million. So not that much, but there are some teams that are ahead of them. Let me see.
Yeah, I know for sure my Bucks right now. We are in a salary cap hell right now. We got tons of our rookies that help us win Super Bowls or previous rookies. Their contracts are up. Jamel Dean, Murphy Bunting, um, longtime Buccaneer, Levante David.
Mm.
Brady is gone. Like, I mean, the
Mm.
defense, like,
Is Winfield Jr. Is he or so he still got another 2 years, I think.
no, yeah, yeah, he still got another 2 years left, I believe, and next year is Devin White is coming up for a
Mm.
big contract, and I'm talking about like even key players on, like we need an outside linebacker. We may need. Don't even get me started.
You
We only
wanna
got two safeties on the roster right now.
Hey, so I'm not
Go
trying
ahead.
not trying to bear down, beat you down more, but you wanna know what y'all cap space are? Where y'all at? Y'all are
I want to know, bro. I just heard it on the
ooh,
podcast not too long ago.
mm. For the
We
people who
down
don't
bad.
know, yeah, for the people who don't know, Tampa Bay is ranked 31st out of 32 in the league right now. I think it says a negative 55 million. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're gonna need one of those Super Bowl New York Giants type of draft, like getting people from
Mm-hmm.
having a full, like, because we need everything. Like, we need a left guard, we need another corner, we need another safety, we need an outside linebacker, we may need a middle linebacker, we need an edge rusher. Like, we gonna need a quarterback. We gonna need a running back. Playoff Lenny is about to be free agent Lenny. Don't get me started with man, don't get me started with my Bucks. What we got next,
Mm-hmm.
Tipo? I'm about to go all over.
So yeah, like we seen talking about we got the Super Bowl coming up, man. We just had a big crazy conference week. Um the Chiefs defeated Cincinnati Bengals. The Eagles going back to the Super Bowl again for since 2017. They beat the 49ers, which really game was over in the first quarter. If y'all didn't watch it, y'all didn't miss
Yeah,
anything. Um
It
Yeah,
sucks, man.
they
They
do
gotta get a
because
quarterback.
I really thought that was gonna be a good game. I didn't think. I obviously the Eagles have the better quarterback, but I thought it was gonna be a good game. Brock Purdy showed good signs this season. He could play in the league. That's what he's shown. For Mister Irrelevant to go 7-0, get this team to the NFC Championship game after the third string quarterback, like that 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 was supposed to be. It was good, but whatever. Um, let's talk about the future of the 49ers and the Bengals. I think they both got good futures. Obviously, the Cincinnati got Joe Burrow, Jamar, Joe Mixon, that whole offense, and then 49ers, they really had it all this season. They got that defense. That defense is stout. They got a lot of free agents this upcoming season. But what you think?
So with the Bengals, if there's a window for them to win, it's I mean, it's coming up pretty soon because they got some key players. Like for instance, Higgins. I believe his second contract should be coming up soon, and I'm pretty sure Joe Burrow's second contract is going to be deep. Same with Mixon, same with
Mhm.
Chase. So it's just like if there's ever a time, they are good. They are good. I'm not saying that they're not good, but they need to do it before they have to get these players their second year contract. I mean, their second contract. Go
No,
ahead.
I was gonna say real quick some of the free agents that they have, the unrestricted free agents they have this season is Samaje Perine, Trey Flowers, Hayden Hurst, Von Bell, Jesse Bates, and Eli Apple. So they got some names they got to resign this season too. The Pick on what you were saying,
Yeah, Eli Apple. For someone who ain't that good, that motherfucker, man, that's a different story. But
right? Oh,
for the
if he
Niners, honestly, all they need.
no,
Good.
I'm about to say if Eli Apple played on the field the way he talked his shit on Twitter, he be Deion Sanders. He would. The way he talked on Twitter, if he backed it up
Far
on
away.
the field like that, come on.
Yeah. Niners, honestly, all they need. I mean, there are rumors right now that saying that Brady may go there. And honestly, like if Brady goes there, that's a problem because they have an offensive line, they got the running backs, they got the receivers, they got the tight end, they got the defense, and Brady grew up in the San Francisco area. I don't know the exact area. Niners was definitely his team growing up. That's a hell of a way to go out, especially winning the Super Bowl with the 49ers.
All he needs is 1 year. All he need with that team, all he needs is 1 year. If everybody stay healthy, I mean they stay healthy for the relatively this season, except their quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But if they stay healthy,
Yeah.
they with Tom Brady on there, they're I would put them as my Super Bowl favorites for next year. They're free agents this year.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
They have Jimmy Ward,
Yes, sir.
Jimmy Garoppolo,
Mhm,
Mike McGlinchey,
mhm,
Emmanuel Mosley.
mhm.
Um, that's really the big names that they really have to sign. Tayshawn Gibson, uh, Kerry Hyder, what's his name? Yeah. Oh, Aziz Alshire. I think he was pretty solid for them this
Mhm.
year. But that's just some names they gotta focus on.
Replaceable.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
only one is that is the corner that you said. What was his name? The first dude?
Jimmy Ward.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's the corner, right?
Oh no, my bad. Jimmy Ward's a safety. Emmanuel Mosley.
Okay, no. That's what I meant. Yeah, yeah. I mean, replaceable.
Yeah.
So what we got going? Okay, so now are you done with it, or you got one more thing, or are you done
Oh
with
no, we're
the
good. We good.
headlines?
We good.
Okay, all right. So next, man, let's briefly go over some of the picks we did a couple of weeks ago about the playoffs. Tebow at least got some right. He did say the Chiefs were gonna make the Super Bowl. He did say the
My
Chiefs are going to
homeboy.
make the Super Bowl, and he also was wrong with my Bucks, saying they were going to make it to the Super Bowl. But me and you definitely was wrong. Um, First week, both of us had the Dallas Cowboys losing to my Bucks. You had the L.A. Chargers beating the Jacksonville Jaguars. I had the Jaguars winning. Me and you had the Buffalo Bills beating the Miami Dolphins. Me and you had the New York Giants beating the Minnesota Vikings. me and you had the Cincinnati Bengals beating the Baltimore Ravens, and then after that, things got a little bit dicey. But at the end of the day, originally, before you made your pick, dang, I didn't even put the soundbite on there. You said you really had the Super Bowl perfect. You had it down packed. You had the Eagles
I
and the
did.
Chiefs in
I
the Super Bowl.
did.
You wrote it down. You wrote it down. You even showed it in the camera. You said, "Look, it says birds."
Hey, the
And
commander in
then
me.
last second, yeah. So now I was right as only for the Kansas City Chiefs. I had the San Francisco 49ers going in, but I didn't know they were going to be down to their fourth a quarterback. So let's just jump right into the Super Bowl right now. I mean, what's your thoughts about the Super Bowl? Because this is
It's gonna be a good one.
like Bengals should have won that.
It's gonna there were definitely some questionable calls in that game. That I think Chiefs had like three third down plays on 3rd and 9 or something like that. That
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
but I think it's gonna be. But I mean, they had that. But the Eagles played against a 4 string quarterback. They did what they did supposed to do. But it's it's gonna be a good one. Two number one seeds. I cannot tell you the last time two number one seeds made the Super Bowl. I feel like it's the Eagles. The last time they went versus the Patriots. Maybe
Mhm.
y'all know about the Patriots, but it's gonna be a good one. Like I said, my homeboy, he back. Cincinnati was doing too much talking for me, man. They was talking,
Yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
talking like
He's
they yeah,
smoking,
like they talking like they did
smoking the
that.
cigars and
My
shit.
man been there, done that. This is third time, fifth AFC Championship at the crib. Come on, man. I'm a Commanders fan, you know that, but my homeboy, I'm rocking with him. Hey, yeah.
Alright, so this is how I feel about it. Chiefs, I don't understand. I mean, hopefully I can get a Chiefs fan on our next episode and an Eagles fan in the next episode so they can come and talk their shit. But this is how I look at it. I feel like, yes, outside of Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey, man, nothing really stands out to me for the Chiefs, and I feel like the Eagles have the defensive linemen and what they got like 8 motherfuckers in fucking rotation, uh and you got Mahomes right now running around with a bum ankle. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be like the Super Bowl when they played us and the offensive line was bad because the Chiefs' offensive line is pretty good, but the Eagles, they don't sub offensive linemen. Like those 5 offensive linemen are there the whole game. The Eagles are going to be rotating their players in and out. They're going to be
Fresh,
blitzing in,
fresh.
you know, and it's one of those things where like they got the perfect corners to strap their receivers. The only thing is probably Kelsey, but like outside of that, I don't know, man. I got the Eagles. I
Ooh.
got the Eagles winning this, man. I got the Eagles winning this. I'm pretty sure next episode, I'm gonna go more into detail, but I'm gonna end up saying the same shit I'm saying now. I got the Eagles, man.
Mm-hmm. I I got the Chiefs. There's my pick from the start.
Why?
I'm riding with them because like I hear what you're saying with all that too, but you got to think Chiefs been there. They've been there. This they've been there before. They
Who? I mean, not all
not
of them
all of
though.
them, but
Like they don't.
most of that core, the whole coach, most of not what 80% of that coaching staff from the Super Bowl is still there probably.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
still there.
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Mahomes, you got the best player on that team has five been his third Super Bowl and 5 years starting. Kelsey's been there. Like I think it's gonna play a factor, but also you got to think too the like you said, those wide receivers they don't have that much experience. They don't got that much experience in those situations either. But I think it's gonna come down to coaching, in my opinion. Like
Mhm.
you can have the better players on paper, but when it comes down to it, coaching adjustments, all that, that's gonna play a factor into it too. My man, I want to say this.
Yeah.
You said you got the Eagles. Got my man. My man gonna win MVP, Super Bowl MVP this year. Like
Mhm.
that's my pick for MVP too. Only because you see what he did this season, and he's doing it with people with players who they other team didn't want. Like Steelers didn't want Juju.
True.
Packers didn't want Marquez Valdez Scantling. They got two rookie. Pacheco's a rookie, but like, come on, man. Best number one wide
Seventh
receiver
round pick.
gone. He out. He was out in the first round. Should have stayed over here, Reek. Come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, and but one thing, let me like flip this around because so we both gave our picks. So let's say this would have happened. Let's say Jalen Hurts were to win the MVP, right? Let's say he was to win the MVP of the league because honestly, he could potentially win the MVP in the league. And let's say he wins the Super Bowl. Where does that rank him as far as quarterbacks? Because at the time, right now, as far as the young quarterbacks right now, everyone is respecting Patrick Mahomes, Burrow. Uh, you got Herbert, who's a little bit lower. But he's still respected. Trevor Lawrence. You also got Josh Allen, who probably took a step down, definitely with him losing within the playoffs the last 4 years and whatnot. And to me, I feel like this is probably one of the best times that we had like legit quarterbacks or up and coming quarterbacks. Because when you think about, at least for me when I was younger, it was just Brady was winning his shit, and then little sprinkle of um, Peyton Manning got his 2 rings. Both of the Manning brothers got their rings. Aaron Rodgers snuck one. Russell Wilson snuck one. Big Ben snuck two. And outside of that, it was Brady. Now
Same for me.
we're at the shift now. Brady, so Mahomes right now is the top dog. But if Hurts were to win MVP and the Super Bowl, where does that put him?
So me, I'm I got to see more than 1 year. Like I'm telling, like you said, if he wins this MVP and the Super Bowl MVP, that's tough because even last year I wasn't ready to put Joe Burrow. After he went to the Super Bowl coming this year, I wasn't ready to put Burrow in that category until I seen what he did this year. I would put him in that category.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about that earlier too. Jalen Hurts, like his season last year, it improved. It improved. He had a
He's
good
solid.
season last year
Yeah,
too, and it still improved too.
solid.
But I just want to see where he goes. Like right, like you said, if he does that, I'll move him up. But if he does it next year, he got to do it multiple times for me to put him up there.
So,
But Josh Allen, he's ahead of
so
Josh
if
Allen. I'll say
oh
that.
wow.
I'll say that.
Wow.
I'll say he's ahead of
Right
Josh
now?
Allen
Right now?
because Josh Allen he folds like his play comes down like the first 15 weeks, first 13, 14 weeks of the season, he MVP category. Those last couple weeks, he falls down. The only reason Jalen Hurts is not the MVP, in my opinion, is because of those games he missed. That's the only reason he's not the MVP, in my opinion. So and he can't tell he's hurt. The last 2 games he played, I couldn't tell he was hurt. He's moving like he looking like he's good. So that's
Yeah. Mm. We'll see, man. We of course our next episode for sure. Hopefully, we can get a Philadelphia Eagles fan and a Chiefs fan to come talk their shit, and hopefully, it's not too packed. But anything else you want to say before we head out,
yeah.
man?
Real quick, let me ask you this. I seen this debate on Twitter. Would you take prime Cam Newton or prime Josh Allen?
I saw that shit too. Cam,
Easy,
MVP
easy.
Cam. As much as I didn't like Cam because he was in my division and all that shit, but like let's like that squad that he took to the Super Bowl is crazy. Yes, they got mollywop. They definitely did get mollywop, and their receivers, Ted Ginn was just catching shit on 9 routes and just dipping on motherfuckers.
Hmm.
And who did they have at running back at the time? Was it D'Angelo Williams or was it
I
beyond him?
think it was. I
Was it
think it was
D'Angelo
Mike
Williams?
Davis. Mike Davis. I think it might have been
I
D'Angelo
forgot that
Williams. Yeah.
spot.
Mike Tolbert. Mike Tolbert was on
Yeah.
that team. Mike
Oh
Tolbert.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. That
nah,
motherfucker.
I agree. I said Cam Newton too because he had his best wide receivers was Ted Ginn Jr., Devin Funches, and I can't name the rest. And I seen a video on Twitter. This man, Ted Ginn Jr. dropped like shit, at least 6 touchdown passes, all of them long 50-yard passes, hitting them in his hand. Boom, dropped like 6 of them. Like that's who he
Ted
went to
Ginn
the
is the
Super
number
Bowl.
one.
That's what I said. I was talking to my brother about this. He was like, how did I don't remember like hearing about all these drops and all that. I said, I was thinking they went 15-1 that year. So they were winning their games
Yeah.
regardless. He went 15-1 with that team, Kelvin Benjamin,
Damn. He went. Well, they did had a Greg,
Greg
Greg
Olsen. Yeah,
Olson.
that
So
was his
so
best.
that
Yeah, that
kind
was his best wide.
of,
That was his best option. They went 15-1 that season with Kelvin Benjamin. Kelvin Benjamin's tore his ACL before that season started too.
Kelvin
He tore his
Benjamin.
ACL before that
He
season
said
started.
Kelvin Benjamin. That motherfucker fell
Yeah.
off. God
Yeah, he fell
damn.
off
Fuck
early.
happened to that?
I remember Booger McFarland said he's
Yeah,
a
he's
Popeye's biscuit away from Jenny Craig on Monday Night
damn
Football. I was like, oh
cooked
man,
his ass.
cooked his ass.
He cooked his ass.
But yeah, no, I'm taking
He cooked
Cam.
his ass. Yeah, I mean, Bills, I mean, people were really saying a lot of shit about Stephon Diggs when he was overreacting for losing. It was like, nah, bro.
Tired
Like
of that
that's,
shit.
I mean, the motherfucker wants to win.
That's what he
He
came
wants to
here
win
for.
at this point. Like, the Bills got burnt as if it wasn't snowing. Like the fucking Bengals were playing like it was a sunny day,
Exactly.
like a Friday night football, like the first week
Like, that's
of
why
the season type.
hey, that's y'all element. The Bengals used to play in the cold, but I don't know. I'm not sure how much it snows in Cincinnati. I'm sure it snows a good amount, but not like Buffalo.
Yeah,
They just folded. They couldn't do nothing. But
yeah. All right, man. Oh, one thing I forgot to say, you guys that are watching, don't forget to like and subscribe to the podcast. More to come. Sports State of Mind. Tebow, shout out to Stokes. He couldn't make it. Myself and Tebow is here. We holding it down. Sports State of Mind. We are out.